Hello my dear students, in this lecture we will see topic Mohr circle for isotropic loading. Already in previous lectures many times we have explained how to draw Mohr circle for 2D loading, right? Let us consider on 2D element. For this 2D loading, let us say along x-axis there is normal stress sigma x, along y-axis there is normal stress sigma y, and as well as there is a shear stress on this element tau xy, as well as there is a shear stress on this element tau xy. Now for such type of loading, while drawing Mohr circle, normal stress is taken on horizontal axis and shear stress is taken on vertical axis. Towards right, tensile normal stress positive. Towards left, compressive normal stress which is negative. Upward, clockwise shear stress which is positive. Downward, anti-clockwise shear stress which is negative. Right. Now O is the center of graph. O is the origin or center of graph. From O to A, we have to plot sigma x magnitude. From O to B, we have to plot sigma y magnitude. Right. Now while drawing from O to A, let us say sigma x is, here I am assuming sigma x is greater than sigma y, therefore O to A, the magnitude is sigma x. From O to B, the magnitude is sigma y, right? Now from A point we have to go tau xy amount downward. From A we have to go tau xy magnitude downward, and we will get point C. Therefore A to C is minus tau xy. Minus means negative side, it is anti-clockwise here. From B we have to go tau xy magnitude upward. From B we have to get or go tau xy magnitude upward, that is B to D is plus tau xy, that is clockwise shear. Now join C and D. Now join C and D. Join C and D, and the line CD cuts the normal stress axis or horizontal axis at E point, and E is the center of Mohr circle. E is the center of Mohr circle, and with E as a center and E to D as a radius, with E as a center and E to D as a radius, or E to C as a radius, draw one circle. The circle is called Mohr circle. The circle is called Mohr circle. This circle is called Mohr circle. Now the right extreme point on the Mohr circle, the right extreme point on the Mohr circle is nothing but sigma 1, that is distance. Let us say this point is, let us say G, means O to G distance is sigma 1, maximum normal stress or major principal stress. And let us say F point, O to F, the left extreme point on the Mohr circle is nothing but minor principal stress sigma 2, and the radius of Mohr circle, is nothing but maximum shear stress, that already we know, right? Now here our target is to draw Mohr circle for isotropic loading. Mohr circle for isotropic loading. Now the meaning of isotropic, means the material properties in all direction are same. Isotropic means the material properties in all direction are same, right? Isotropic, iso means same, tropic means directional property, directional properties, same directional properties, this is called isotropic. Let us say if I consider any material, for this material at any point, what I am saying, at any point, in all direction, material properties are same, this is called isotropic. Now at this point I have considered one point. At this point, if I consider Young's modulus along x-axis, or Young's modulus along y-axis, or Young's modulus along z-axis, or Young's modulus along any inclined axis, you will find same value. As Young's modulus is a material property, means any material property, not only Young's modulus, any material property is same at a point in all direction, such type of loading is called, such type of materials are called isotropic materials. But here we have to see isotropic loading. Now this is isotropic material. Now what is the meaning of isotropic loading? Isotropic loading means at a point, if it is a three-dimensional element, let us say if it is a three-dimensional element, at a point for this small very three-dimensional element, in all direction the loading is same. Let us consider along sigma x axis sigma, along y axis also sigma, along z axis also sigma. that means sigma x is equal to sigma y is equal to sigma z is equal to plus sigma here. Such type of loading is called isotropic loading. Again, let us consider the same component I am considering here, three-dimensional element. Let us say along x-axis it is compressive stress, along y-axis must be compression, along z-axis it must be compression of same magnitude. That means sigma x is equal to sigma y is equal to sigma z is equal to minus sigma. Such type of loading is called isotropic loading. Such type of loading is called isotropic loading. Means along all the directions, on all the planes, the stresses are of same magnitude and as well as of same direction, right? If it is tensile, it must be tensile on all the planes. If it is compressive, it must be compressive on all the planes. This is the meaning of isotropic. Now, for example, now here we will see for 2D, right, isotropic loading. 2D isotropic loading. 2D means on two planes only and in two direction only. Let us consider along x-axis there is a tensile sigma, then along y-axis must be there is tensile sigma, right? Means here sigma x is plus sigma, sigma y is plus sigma, and tau xy is equal to 0. This is called 2D isotropic loading, right? Now draw more circle for this. Now while drawing more circle, shear stresses are taken on vertical axis. Upward is clockwise shear positive, downward is anti-clockwise shear which is negative. Now on horizontal axis there are normal stresses. Right side is tensile which is positive, left side is compressive which is negative, Now O is the center of graph or origin. Now from O to A, we have to plot sigma x. Now plot sigma x positive side, O to A. Now from O to B we have to plot sigma y. Now sigma y is also plus sigma, means we will get same point. For B also we will get same point. Now from A we have to go tau xy magnitude downward, but tau xy is 0. From B we have to go tau xy magnitude upward, but tau xy is 0. Now with this as a center we have to draw a circle. Therefore the more circle you will find as a point. Therefore more circle here is a point, only. More circle is a point, right? This is very important. Therefore for isotropic loading more circle is a point, and as the loading is tensile, therefore more circle is a point on right side. Now the very important point is that what are the principal planes here? Now what is the definition of principal plane? P for principal, P for planes. P is for principal planes. Principal planes means the planes on which principal stresses are acting. The plane on which maximum principal stress and minimum principal stress are acting, as well as on principal plane shear stress is 0. This is the definition of principal plane. The plane on which principal stresses are acting and on principal plane always the shear stress is 0. This is the definition of principal plane. Now consider the more circle. Now in any direction, along any direction, the normal stress is always sigma only, because O to A distance is sigma. Along any direction the normal stress is sigma only, right? Means normal stress is maximum, that is plus sigma, as well as normal stress is minimum, which is nothing but plus sigma. Both are same, na? Sigma max and sigma minimum here are same, that is plus sigma. And along all the planes y coordinate is always 0 or not? For this point y coordinate is always 0. Means on all planes, can I say tau is 0, shear stress is 0. Therefore if more circle is a point, then all the planes are principal planes. Very important. If more circle is a point, then all the planes are principal planes. Very, very important. Many times asked in competitive exam, right? For example, for this note, now what is the isotropic loading? Where you have seen isotropic loading? Can you recall this in your engineering where you have seen isotropic loading condition? Now if you remember the pressure vessel, example, now thin spherical pressure vessel. If I consider element on the thin spherical pressure vessel, now on this element along all the direction, along x-axis also there is hoop stress, along y-axis also there is hoop stress, and hoop stress is tensile only, right? If I consider element on spherical pressure vessel, now there is only hoop stress, there is only hoop stress sigma h, and sigma h is nothing but PD divided by 4T. Again you can see this in strength of material pressure vessel topic, right? The point on the surface of thin sphere is subjected to is subjected to isotropic loading condition, and for isotropic loading the Mohr circle will be a point, and if Mohr circle is a point, then all the planes are principal planes, all the planes are principal planes. Now again another example of isotropic loading is hydrostatic pressure. Another example of isotropic loading is hydrostatic pressure. Hydrostatic hydrostatic pressure. Now here I am considering 2D element, 2D loading. For 2D, here I am considering for 2D. Now hydrostatic pressure means if the component is kept in liquid, let us say this is a static fluid, this is a static fluid, and in this fluid if I keep one element, two-dimensional element, as per Pascal law, pressure in all direction is same and compressive. Pressure in all direction is same and compressive means on all plane in all direction pressure is P and it is compression. Means if I consider fluid element, it is also called fluid element. For a static fluid at a point pressure in all direction is same and compressive, this is called Pascal law. That means if I consider fluid element means the element in the fluid, then it is subjected to hydrostatic pressure condition. It is subjected to hydrostatic pressure condition, that is pressure along all the axes is same and compressive, right? Now here what is the value of sigma x? Sigma x is minus P. What is the value of sigma y? It is again minus P. Compression is negative. And what is tau xy? Again tau xy here 0. Now if I draw Mohr circle, while drawing Mohr circle, the normal stresses are on horizontal axis, right side positive normal stresses, left side negative normal stresses, upward clockwise shear, downward anti-clockwise shear, right? Now O is the origin of graph or center of graph or center of origin of graph. Now from O to A we have to plot sigma x, O to B we have to plot sigma y, right? Now O to A, sigma x is nothing but minus P, therefore A point will go on negative side. This is O to A. Again O to B as sigma y is again minus P, therefore A and B will coincide. Now from A we have to go tau xy magnitude downward, but tau xy is 0 means we have to go 0 magnitude up downward. From B we have to go tau xy magnitude upward, but tau xy is 0. From B we have to go 0 upward, means here Mohr circle will be a point. Here Mohr circle is a point. Mohr circle is a point. That is for hydrostatic pressure condition. Mohr circle is a point on negative side, on negative x-axis. And if Mohr circle is a point, all the planes are principal planes. All the planes are principal planes, right? Now what is the maximum normal stress? What is sigma 1 here? Can I say minus P? What is sigma 2? Again minus P. What is tau max? 0. For this is the case of isotropic loading, no? Now for hydrostatic pressure, for isotropic loading, maximum shear stress in 2D is 0 only, and all the planes are principal planes. Thank you students. In next lecture we will see one more special case on Mohr circle, that is Mohr circle for beams or shaft, or Mohr circle for a component subjected to combined bending and twisting moment.